Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, things are very quiet out there. So far, it looks like we're going to have a flat open just like Monday. No major economic numbers coming out this morning. All we're dealing with is some earnings announcements. Now, yesterday, the big winner was the marijuana sector once again. And we also had United Healthcare hitting our next target. So if you had an order in at 312.50, it should have got filled on Monday. In the news this morning, we've got Home Depot out with earnings. Currently, it's trading down, but not enough to generate a sell signal. That would happen on Tuesday if we close below $387.81. We did hit our next price target of 406.25 last week. So cha-ching. You've had several chances to take some money off the table, so it's still a very profitable trade. Looking at the VIX index for the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the Russell 2000, the VIX traded in the channel yesterday, so there's certainly a possibility of a buy signal for the VIX indexes on Tuesday. Looking at the major index ETFs, starting off in Canada, there is the iShares for the TSX 60 at the upper channel line. So is the Vanguard Canada ETF. The world outside of Canada is doing just fine right now, treading water up here as major indexes have been for the last few days. Energy sector still on a sell signal, financial still on a buy signal, gold stocks still on a buy signal. Inside day on Monday, trying to get through the 35.94 level. That would take us up to 37.50. Gold is fairly quiet in the pre-market on Tuesday morning. Infotech still on a sell signal, no change there. Moving on to the U.S. market, we've got the Vanguard Total Market ETF still on a buy signal, treading water. Very quiet day for the Dow on Monday, no change there, no change for the S&P 500 or for the Nasdaq 100. Now, last week on the rumors that the Fed was going to cut interest rates in September, we got a big pop for the mid caps, small caps, and micro caps, and they haven't really continued after the big pop up. So, looking to see if that trend can continue. So far, it looks like it's stalled at the moment. Looking at the energy sector, just like on the TSX, we're on a sell signal. Financials may have put in a lower high on Friday and then a small pullback on Monday. We recently put in a lower low. So if that is a lower high and a lower low, that could be setting up for a bigger down move to maybe go back and retest the June lows. That, of course, has not started yet. Bank stocks also putting in a lower high on Friday. And then we've got the gold stocks, the GDX, inside day on Monday. No change in trend there. Still on a buy signal. And semiconductors trading in the channel for the last 2 days. So certainly there's a mathematical possibility for a sell signal on Tuesday. Moving on to the Bay Street volume leaders, starting off with Enbridge, trading down into the channel yesterday, looking for a close on Tuesday below $64.32 to give us a sell signal. We've got Cenovus trading in the channel, still on a buy signal here. No change in trend for Canadian Natural Resources. Manulife right on the edge of a new buy signal on Tuesday. Suncor still on a sell signal, no change there. No change for Whitecap. Then looking at Air Canada ended Friday on a buy signal. You came in Monday morning, saw the strike was still on. You probably didn't take the trade. And now we're waiting to see if the stock trades up on Tuesday with the strike coming to an end. TC Energy still on a buy signal here. No change there. No change for Barrick making a new high for this move on Monday. Then TD Bank is still on a buy signal here. No change in trend. Then we've got BCE making a new high for this move. We were trying to get to 35.94, got as high as 35.91 on Monday. Looking at the Wall Street volume leaders from Monday's trading action, starting off with Open Door, running up to the 391 level, got as high as 395 yesterday. Next target to the upside is 469. Then we've got Intel pulling back, and of course, $25 has been a big number for Intel for years now. And so we ran up, tagged 25, and started to pull back. And now we're looking to see if we can hold 23.44. If we can't, then 21.88 comes into play. Looking at TeraWulf, new high for that stock yesterday. So last week we gapped higher. So if you had an order in at 625 or at 703, they got filled at the open that day, and then we've continued to move higher since then. And you can see that 938 on the weekly chart was resistance from back in October of last year, and so we've traded through that up to the 1016 level, and we started to pull back. So a reversal day yesterday for TeraWulf. Then Nvidia still treading water up here, no change in trend. Then looking at IQ popped yesterday, gapping higher. Last week we were looking at 215 and then 234. And what happened? Well, we gapped higher. And so if you had an order in at 215, it got filled at the open, which was up at 232. And if you had an order in at 234, it also got filled yesterday. So our next order should be in up there, and I'd put it in at 249 if I was trading this particular stock. And you popped on Friday. It pulled back and then actually closed higher on the day on Monday, so no change in trend there. Big level of resistance up there at 1406. Then looking at Applied Digital, a new high for that stock on Monday. Then Big Bear still on a sell signal, no change there. And last up, Palantir back on a sell signal as of Monday's close. Okay, folks, that is all for today's presentation. It looks like we're going to have a fairly quiet open. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Wednesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.